At the New Mexico Department of Transportation, safety is our #1 priority. We know there is a need for road improvement projects across the state. Currently, New Mexico's transportation system has close to $3 billion worth of projects that are not yet funded. So every part of our state has road improvement needs that current funding levels just cannot meet. But with the recent influx of funding provided by Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham and our legislature, you will be seeing numerous new roadway projects in every corner of our state. From the time a road is on our radar for improvements to the actual ribbon cutting, the average project takes up to 5 years to complete. Here's a look at the process from start to finish. First, before a project can be programmed and funded in the Statewide Transportation Improvement Plan, or STIP, it must be in the DOT's Long Range Plan and the Metropolitan Transportation Plan if the project is in a community with more than 50,000 people. These plans are living documents, can be amended as priorities change, and are required to be updated every 5 years. Once a project is identified as a priority, it is programmed into the STIP for development, which means study, preliminary, and final design. Routine maintenance and rehabilitation projects are typically not required to be in the Metropolitan Transportation or DOT's long-range plans. Next, the type of project is determined. Maintenance projects can happen fairly quickly. Rehabilitation, reconstruction, and especially new construction projects can take much longer. Building a road takes time. Before construction can even begin, there are long periods of planning the different phases. A study team is needed to conduct surveys, consider major issues and factors, and address environmental concerns. Public meetings are held to address community concerns. And let's not forget the most important part: funding needs to be identified. The study is important to make sure we have looked at all options for improvement. Through the process, the study can find alternatives that save the taxpayer money and save time during construction. The studies on average can take from 1 to 2 years to complete, depending on the complexity of the project. For the scoping phase, we study the project area and identify the level of effort, determining what the project needs to accomplish. Major issues and unique factors like drainage, structures, and traffic operations need to be considered. The scoping and study phases can take twice as long as actually building the road itself. The next phase is the design. Design is one of the most important parts of the overall project and can take 6 months to 2 years depending on the project. The design engineers need to consider many important factors. They include environmental issues and clearances, utility location and relocation, and ADA compliance. Also, right-of-way and easement takings and agreements, including those that might involve our sovereign tribal partners and railroad companies. Traffic volume and crash history also need to be considered. The project must be 100% designed before it can be put out for bid. Once the project is put out for bid and a construction contractor selected, it will take about another 90 days for the contractor to mobilize the necessary personnel, materials, and equipment to the project location. And now, finally, the fun part. We can start to build our road. And I think you all know what happens from here. You start to see orange barrels, and the final part of the project is underway, which can take another 1 to 3 years. The NMDOT will do everything possible to lessen the inconvenience to you during construction. However, understand, the more orange barrels you see, the more money is being pumped into our state's economy. Transportation construction creates jobs, helps all of our communities, and most importantly, improves safety, our #1 priority. So even if you don't see the orange barrels or crews out on the highway, you can be sure the New Mexico Department of Transportation is working for you.